Hi, I'm Vivienne Mackinder. Welcome. We're in New York City at the artist session, and we have our beautiful stylist here. Woo! And Maggie Mulhern is our camera person today, who, when she's not holding a camera, is doing her magic at Modern Salon. So thanks, Maggie. So I'm going to talk about pinning, because when you're doing a hairstyle, if you don't pin it correctly, you have this genius idea, and this is my hairy caterpillar, and if you don't pin it correctly and use the right pin, the idea doesn't actually work. So I'm just going to go over a couple of really important pinning techniques with everybody. So first of all, if I'm going to gather the hair up and just twist it around in a very soft, undone way, and I want it to be truly undone, right? And I claw it with my hand, so I've opened it like this. When I'm going to come in and pin, I need to determine if I'm going to use this pin, it's a heavyweight pin that resists a lot of weight. So when you're pinning, you've got to ask yourself, gravity, am I defying gravity, and am I handling a lot of weight? So this won't bend, versus if I use this pin, it's my favorite, it's a Japanese pin, look what happens. And that's not because I do P90X. But the pin bends, so therefore it can't support weight. So therefore, I've got all of this hair here, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to actually, first of all, sew it through. So just imagine that you're like foiling hair, right?
And you guys, you can all come around if you want to see. I mean, the other option is, Vivienne, is turn her around. Turn her around this way.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry you guys. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to show you that again. So when I am pinning, right, I have three methods of how I work with my pin. So the first one is to come through, lock, and turn. That's the first. It's a locking mechanism. So I can come up, go down, and back. So for example, if I come through here and I'm going to come across, I have to find the resistance. So I am right now harvesting and locking so that that pin does something. So when I'm working with an open pin, whether it be the Japanese pin or whether it be, as I say, the heavy duty pin, this will defy weight and gravity. This will not, because it's soft. So I've already mentioned I will lock the hair. I will also sew, which is a longer piece of hair, and I will also circle and harvest. So what does a circle and harvest look like? So I have this piece of hair here. You see it's a little piece. So I'm going to circle and pin. So I'm able to lock the hair into place. Now, if I was to use a bobby pin can only lock when the spring mechanism is closed. So that truly means you've got such a tiny slither of hair in order for this to actually work, right? So a bobby pin should be against the scalp. I would not bobby pin this because it won't support. And what will happen, it will get tighter and tighter and tighter. And this looseness and this relaxation that we're seeing here doesn't work, right? So you end up with a tiny, tiny hairdo. So just to sort of show you the sewing, because some of you didn't see that. Now, obviously, I'm right on top of my work right now. So there's two other things that I critically need. A mirror. And if I don't have a mirror, I've got to step back, because something like this in the nape of the neck should have a triangle. Because if you make it square, it's not pretty on a woman's shoulders. So triangles work a lot better. So we've got some looseness through here, and some of that really is lovely, but what about it lasting? So here, I'm going to sew, and then lock it in. So it wove through. Now, how about this through here? What if I want to lift this up and lock this into place? Again, I'm going to use a Japanese pin.
Where do you get these Japanese pins?
You can get them online. Yeah, you can get them online.
Japan.
So like this piece here, I didn't back comb this, which technically I should have done because it would give me more. But look, I'm going to sew. You see how dingle-dangly that is? I'm going to lift this up. See, dingle-dangle. No one wants a droopy bottom. So here, I'm going to come in and I'm going to sew this backwards and forwards like I'm foiling. Now I come all the way through to here and I'm going to bend the back of that. So now when that sits in there, I'm going to shape it. So now I've lifted that hair up.
And it's a weaving. Wow, is that pretty? You guys have to come up and look at this. It's so pretty. So it's a weaving. When you call it sewing, it's a weaving going in and out.
Yeah, so that's it. This would actually pin your hair, Maggie. One of these pins used as lock through and back would pin all of your hair up.
Want to see? Want a demo?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, who gets to hold the camera? All right, well, can somebody, yeah, who do I have a volunteer to hold the camera to see with what she's saying? And if you do it from here, it's better lighting. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this really nice long pin, right? So when I twist Maggie's hair up, wow, you've got an amazing hair, Maggie.
Thank you. My sister wife here.
So I'm going to come forwards, down, and then lock through. That's held into place.
Wow, I even feel it. It feels very secure.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now if I'm going to continue and design, if I want to really lock this into place through here, and say I want to bring some of this ponytail over, I'm going to come through here and lock. So now I've got the ponytail and I've got that locked into place, and that's quite secure. So obviously if I'm using a bobby pin, that would never work. Whenever you want a pin to vanish, you always go up inside first. You come back out. So now if I wanted to, I don't need to, it's secure enough. I can sew and now the pin doesn't show. And then if I want to do something with this, I don't know what, but if I want to do something with this, so say I just want to bring that in there. I'm not really doing a hair sew, I'm showing you how to pin. I'm going to take one of my long Japanese pins. So now I can come through here and sew. Now if I want to undo this, because now it's nice and secure, if I want to undo this, I can now start to undo it a little tiny bit.
And this feels so secure, you guys.
So look, now I'm just undoing it, so you're using my fingers as pinchers, so that it doesn't become quite so tight, but it's locked into place.
Yes, a little demo.
It's a
Yes.
princess.
Look how beautiful you are.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Vivienne. Don't turn that off yet. I just want to thank Vivienne Mackinder. How do people follow you?
Oh, on Hair Designer TV.
Hair Designer TV, Vivienne Mackinder for Instagram, and she has great education out there, and we love and adore you. And thank you for coming for our
it's a
session.
pleasure.
Thank you.
You're
All right,
gorgeous.
bye guys. Oh, I love this. Thanks.